Welcome to OnBusiness Ottawa. My name is Susan Blain. I'm your host. We're going to be showcasing Ottawa's business intelligence from the heart. We're going to be meeting some really cool entrepreneurs who are doing amazing things, learn about their ups and downs. So let's meet some cool guests and talk business.
Kevin McCartney co-founded his first company at 23, which is impressive on its own. 7 years later, he sold it to a multinational. He stayed on, fueled by a passion for a quickly developing field of information management systems. 17 years later, in 2012, a corporate restructuring pushed him out the door. He'll be the first one to admit it happens to the best of us. And it hurt. Business Process Management Works. They focus on companies, helping them future-proof while finding efficiencies that save money, personnel resources, and frustration levels. I'm really looking forward to my chat with Kevin McCartney on Going Digital.
Okay, I want to talk a little bit about a term that's coined out there called the paper chase.
Sure.
Okay, and there's some really, I'm going to say, ugly stats that are happening around this paper chase. Can we share a couple of these? You know, employees spend 20% to 40% of their time searching for documents manually. On average, professionals spend 50% of their time searching for info, and then they take 18 minutes to locate it. Wow. I mean, multiply that by a bunch of people, right? 15% of all paper documents are misfiled or misplaced. That's higher than I thought. Look at this stat. 90% of corporate memory exists on paper. Is that true today?
Absolutely.
Holy cow. 90%. I mean, that's a big number. I like this one. 130 pounds per year per worker in paper usage. Is that true?
Absolutely.
Jeepers. And that the paper producing industry is increasing by 25% every year.
Right.
So that says to me, we're not doing as well in the digital transition as we should be.
Absolutely.
But it's not necessarily paper, right?
No, I call it information chaos. We have too much. Every time you open your computer or you look at an email, it's more and more information that you have to either deal with or you are presented with. You don't necessarily have to do something with it, but it's more information. Think about your day at home. If you needed to find something out, what would you do? You'd probably Google it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
Google a lot.
So what BPM is really, at the end of the day, what we're doing is providing you an internal Google for your company. The amount of information is exploding right now.
And going digital is about compiling that information, making it accessible to everyone within the organization when it's needed.
Correct.
In its simplest form.
It is that simple. It's
not simple?
It absolutely is that simple. I would add one more word, and that is the correct information.
Oh, okay. What do you mean by that?
If you produce a document today and you need to share it with somebody, they will likely add something to it and perhaps share it with another person. So, we're never aware if we're dealing with the latest, most correct version of anything. And the only way to manage that properly is using a digital process, so that every time you go to your smartphone and call up a document, I can guarantee you that that is the latest version of that document.
And that's really important.
Absolutely.
That's key.
It's absolutely critical.
Especially in industries where the paper or the documents are a huge part of their business, like a law firm, like a financial company, right?
Information.
Correct information.
Correct information is how we operate.
Yeah. Executives spend an average of 6 weeks per year searching for lost documents. 6 weeks? Wow.
I can't confirm that is still accurate. However,
it's probably not much less than that if it's changed at all.
Absolutely not. If you think about your day, think about your day. We're constantly searching for things.
It's true. So let's talk about some good news.
Yeah.
So a strong digital strategy, which is what we're talking about, which BPMWorks does,
Correct.
turns these stats around.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
So by improving efficiencies and reducing costs, what kind of percentage are we looking at? Give us some good news, because I've shared a lot of high percentages and what happens and what time is wasted when we're not doing it the right way. So what happens when we're doing it the right way, when we're going digital, when we're following a process?
It's a little bit like a puzzle, okay? And the most important thing is to get started.
Yeah.
And there are areas within all businesses, very paper intensive, still today. Yeah. And that's typically where we're going to go first.
To help those companies.
To help those areas within the company.
Okay.
As a proof source. All right. So we go in, we discover how you do it today.
Yeah.
And then we suggest how you might do it in the future. And a return on investment, typically I call it low-hanging fruit in those areas. Return on investment is going to be between 12 and 18 months payback period.
Okay.
Okay, and
that's reasonable, and that goes by, whoop, in a flash.
And now what BPM is going to do is we're going to utilize the investments you've already made into this technology, and let's find another area where we can help you improve. Okay. And thus, it's a continuous improvement process.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
And what does the digital landscape for companies look like right now? Must be a lot of opportunities.
Every door I walk into, there's opportunities.
Yeah.
And it's the challenge is getting people to really not look at it as such a daunting task, but look at it as something that they really need to look at doing, and understand that you're not going to do it alone. You need some help. You need a partner that can help you get there.
That was great. Join us for our next session with Kevin McCartney on Going Digital. This is Susan Blain with On Business.